Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Knack II. Now, as you know, Knack II is the sequel and continuation from the 2013 game, Knack. Now, the premise of the game mainly deals with Lucas, Knack, and Ryder, who, after seeing an old, what once was a battlefield, where old robotic suits from the Vanguard come to life, and this reduces in Knack, Sander, and Ryder, as well as the Professor and Charlotte, to basically go to this monastery where they basically meet two other monks. Sander, who is meant to seem like this okay guy, everything's fine, and you've got Ava, who is basically meant to be mostly positive, happy-go-lucky, and at the same time is kind of this love interest to Lucas. Now, given the fact that they also kind of reveal what the relics are and other things, I would have liked to have seen a second version of Knack, so that way Knack can have someone to relate to. And at the same time, you have to deal with the goblins, attacks on other villages and cities, and there is foreshadowing to some events later on in the game, and so on. So what's interesting is that with the game itself, you can upgrade yourself to new abilities, new powers, and you've even got these kind of new elemental abilities. Where basically as ice, you've got these ice abilities, metal, where you can use it as a kind of lead to electricity, and so on. Now, what's also interesting is that you don't need to worry about losing life. If you stay somewhere safe, you can regrow it, you can get it back again, which I think is a good idea. Now, at the same time, I do feel the game is rushed at points, and it never takes its time to reveal so much. For example, it's never revealed how many years it's been since the first game, but I'm guessing it's meant to be 4 or 5 years later. And they never reveal what happened with Katrina and Ryder, but it's heavily implied by the game itself that Katrina broke up with Ryder due to him being overprotective and trying to be this macho hero character. Now, at the same time, I kind of wish there was a second version of Knack living with the monks, and so that way Knack could have someone to relate to and have this kind of big brother-like relationship. And I do agree with M-Crew Dude that it does seem rushed at points, and it seems like, yeah, it's meant to be another generic cash-in. So, at the same time, I think what makes the game work a bit is that you can understand that Lucas is trying to fix his mistakes, and also basically him forming a relationship with Ava, which I think works quite well. But I think there are moments in the game where Lucas can be a bit unlikable, or sometimes he can put himself and others in danger, and yeah, he does unintentionally cause some of the events to happen. So at the same time, there are newer enemies to battle, and at the same time, you are going to need to be switched on if you're going to battle them. And at the same time, what's interesting is that you can ride tanks, giant mech suits, and so many things. So, in my opinion, did Knack II leave a good impact? I would say it did, but at the same time, I feel there could have been another version of Knack, so that way Knack could have someone to relate to and have this big brother-like relationship. So, in my opinion, it deserves a thumbs up. It's still good, still great, despite a few flaws. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.